Well, if this is a way to kick off the second half, then sign me up, baby, because I got to tell you, I'm ready to rock and roll, to groove and smooth. I'm ready to do all the things that make salsa fun.
I can't sit still.
Come on, Bill, you got it. Move your hips, left to right, left to right, left to right. There you go.
Know your hips, Bill.
Hey, his hips don't lie.
Oddly enough, him and Shakira, both from Colombia.
Well, I will say this, they both know how to move their hips. It's very entertaining.
You know, all three of us have not stopped moving since he came out. Bill's involuntary, but the rest of us.
Hey, voluntary spasm, enjoy the free show.
Salsa King just loving life here, looking good, look at him go.
He knows where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
look,
God.
He came out to dance, too.
Hey, well, I don't know about that. He's not really moving his hips.
Well, look at this.
He has hands on his hips.
He seems to be very upset right now with the Salsa King. And the fact is, our new HWE owner and also television champion, that was subtle booking.
That's how he dances, with his hands on his hips.
Look at it, he wants a microphone. He wants a microphone right now.
Jamie, where are you?
Jamie. Oh, he's calling for the microphone. Oh, great. I wonder what nonsense he's going to spew now. Daniel probably knows all about this.
Yeah, I've got his script in my back pocket.
I really got to say this, Bill. It improves the name of the country, in my opinion.
Got some patriotic Kenyans in the house.
Of course, we're proud.
USA, what the heck?
Looks like this hot HWU crowd is getting under our new owner's skin a little bit.
They're getting under Salsa Kings, too. Look at them go. Oh, no.
Well, what is this man's name? Salsa King. Jonny DeLuca.
Oh.
Jonny DeLuca. Jonny DeLuca was the #1 contender for the HWE heavyweight title.
What does he mean,
Jonny
Bryce?
DeLuca did fight very hard. Jonny DeLuca has overcome a lot of obstacles. Jonny DeLuca has won a lot of matches, but here is the stone cold.
Yes, he has.
He doesn't quite cut it in the HWE.
That's horrible.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Hey, don't need your opinion. I'm telling you, not selling it.
No, it's not. He's accomplished a lot here. He was the first champion holder of the title that you just stole.
Do not chant Jonny DeLuca. No, I will pipe crowd noise in to shut you up.
He'll do it.
So I don't want any of you to exactly feel obligated to cheer for Jonny DeLuca when he comes out. Because Jonny DeLuca, if he wants to keep his job, has to compete tonight, and he's no longer the #1 contender. Because I said so. I don't care what any of you think.
For what?
Because none of you know what's best for HWE.
but taking away a rightfully earned #1 contendership from Jonny DeLuca this is mind-boggling. This is the new era. This is disgraceful, disgusting. How could you do that? Unbelievable.
Listen, it has never been a secret how I feel about Jonny DeLuca. Jonny DeLuca is one of my favorite people in this business. Jonny DeLuca is one of my favorite people in life.
Well, it's interesting you say that because didn't earlier on, and I quote, you say, hey, sometimes you got to do what's best for business. I guess the new owner of HWE believes that taking away that rightfully earned #1 contendership is what's best for business.
Just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean it's not best for business.
Oh, okay. So Jonny DeLuca is one of your favorite people, but getting that #1 contendership stripped, hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got. You make me sick. You make me sick.
I don't like it.
But you're going to agree with it, right?
What can I do?
You know, I figure you two would cool down during intermission, but clearly not.
What can I do, McKay? What can you do? Are you going to go in there and step to Aaron Stevens?
Just admit,
Are you going to get in
just admit, ring the bell. Just admit, listen, just admit that you're part of governance. Tell the people the truth.
Would I have a problem like this if I was?
He rang it.
He did.
He rang it. He rang it. Yeah. He rang it. There we go.
Either way, we are underway here. A little show of respect. These two great competitors, and I mean, I gotta say, Jonny DeLuca is one of the most decorated competitors here in HWE's short history in the last 4 years. He has dominated. He's got a great track record. He was the first TV champion. He has defeated some of the best, including the likes of Holden Albright.
Let's remember that awesome match he had with Josh Alexander, where I felt he really elevated himself and his position here in HWE. And what Aaron Stevens has done is utterly disgraceful. That's okay. Jonny DeLuca's been in positions where people have doubted him. People have doubted him his whole career. But you know what Jonny DeLuca does? He rises. He rises to the challenge every time.
I'll tell you one thing right now. One of the biggest regrets I have in the last calendar year is getting COVID and not being able to be there live for that Jonny DeLuca Josh Alexander match. That broke my heart to not be there for Jonny for that match.
Oh, the true classic it was. Josh Alexander, the longest reigning Impact champion of all time. And Jonny DeLuca took it to him without fear.
But these two have a history. They fought before. They've been in triple threat matches with Clay Wilson. They're both former television champions. Jonny, of course, the first.
And the longest by my stand, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, you are correct. And look at this, though. Salsa King, you see Jonny trying to shift his face away, so Salsa King can't counter with that leg. And I gotta say, Salsa King, not only does he have great dance moves, but he's an impressive ring competitor. He uses those moves to his advantage in that ring. He's with mind games, he uses them in moves he executes. He is an all-around tremendous competitor.
Absolutely. Salsa King is one of my favorite guys to watch in the ring, whether I like him or agree with him or not. When Salsa King is in the ring, he is putting on a spectacle and a clinic. You may get distracted and sidetracked by the dancing, but make no mistake about it, Salsa King is in there to take care of business. And most of the time when he's in there, he does.
Oh, wait, look at this.
Look at that. It's dancing, but he's in Jonny's head.
And you know what, I will say this about Jonny DeLuca. You want to talk about elevation, you want to talk about looking the part of a pro wrestler. Jonny DeLuca is in the best shape I've ever seen him in. He got rid of that long hair, and he's in there just kicking ass and taking names. So why at this point, when Jonny DeLuca is elevating, why do you take away that #1 contendership? Salsa King now trying to get up DeLuca. Struggle there, but he got him up. DeLuca trying to fight it off here.
Jonny's a big square boy.
Oh.
Salsa King not really known for his power, but he took him up there.
Well, crowd appreciative of both men's efforts nonetheless. Both fan favorites here. And look at this.
Swing and a miss, much like the Toronto Blue Jays.
And this is, again, something that we talked about during the women's title match that I want to bring up again. Are we seeing Apex Jonny DeLuca? Is this Jonny DeLuca at the top of his game? Is this the best Jonny DeLuca?
No, it's not. Jonny DeLuca is improving day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. Jonny DeLuca has elevated himself, but Jonny DeLuca has not reached his peak yet by far. Jonny DeLuca is still looking for that apex side of him. We will see it. just unfortunately right now, this is not it. This is definitely a level up for sure, but this is not the final product of Jonny DeLuca.
So you think there's more to come from Jonny DeLuca?
100% evolution. I mean, look at Jonny DeLuca's evolution from being the longest television champion to where he is now. Jonny DeLuca is second to none right now in terms of Ontario indie wrestling and in terms of elevating himself as a wrestler, as a person, as a performer, as everything. But the fact is that Jonny DeLuca is still doing that. He's still learning. He's still evolving. He's got a couple more levels to level up before we see the final product. And let me tell you something. Wow! Crossbody off the top there. As Jonny DeLuca fights out of that and kicks out after 2. The final Jonny DeLuca, the final version, that Super Saiyan Jonny DeLuca, will be the most dangerous pro wrestler in HWE.
Well, guys, I would say, too, that his tour of the UK, I think, definitely changed a lot of things for the better for the youngster. I mean, here's a man still in college, yet he's been doing this thing since he was 16 years old.
You know, Bill Chase, I was at the HPW Academy when Jonny DeLuca first walked in those doors. I remember seeing young Jonny DeLuca come through those doors and start his journey, and to see where he's at now. You know what? I got to agree with you, George. I don't think we've seen Jonny DeLuca at his peak. You know why? I think we're looking at another Josh Alexander. I think we're looking at another Rip Impact. I think we're looking at another Ethan Page. Dare I say, hell, I think we're looking at another Dewey Robertson. We are looking at a Hamilton wrestling icon.
Wow, Sling Blade, look at that. That was perfect. Sorry to interject there when you were making some valid points for a change.
That's fine.
But that was incredible. 2 count there, and how did Salsa kick out of that? I would have been done. He literally almost took his head clean off with that Sling Blade.
I don't know. But I think we are looking at the next level of professional wrestler, not just out of Hamilton, not just out of Ontario, but out of Canada. We are looking at possibly an Edge, a Christian, a Bret Hart. We are looking at one of the best products I think this country can put out. And no, I don't think he's at his peak yet.
And you know what I've noticed more in this match? Jonny DeLuca, he's frustrated that he can't put Salsa King away. But here's the thing. Jonny DeLuca is frustrated, but he's cerebral, and he's using his body to his full advantage. He's hitting Salsa King with every weapon. And Salsa King right now is dazed. Look at that power.
Everything. He's not just frustrated with, he's frustrated with the whole ordeal. He's frustrated with the fact that he got his #1 contendership taken away, ripped out of his hands by Aaron Stevens. He's frustrated that now he's got to try and prove himself against Salsa King. He's frustrated.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Daniel. I mean, you know, I think that's one reason Johnny's a little more determined here. I think he's showing Aaron Stevens personally what he could do in there and why he was the #1 contender for that championship.
Well, if you can't beat him, and he's not going to join governance, I know Jonny DeLuca, he's got too much integrity for that, but what he's going to do is prove them wrong. Jonny DeLuca has been doing that his entire career. People say he can't do it, he proves you wrong. People don't want to see him succeed, he succeeds. Jonny DeLuca is in it for Jonny DeLuca, and I can't say I'm not proud of that. I'm not angry with it. I know exactly who Jonny DeLuca's in there for. Jonny DeLuca wants to be the best version of himself. And sometimes you got to be aggressive just to win matches. You got to go deep into your soul, find that pit of anger that you've been saving, and you got to let it out sometimes. And unfortunately, Salsa King, he's just somebody standing in Jonny DeLuca's way right now.
He's a little more than somebody standing in Jonny DeLuca's way, though. He's had success in matches with Jonny DeLuca, and one could argue he may have Johnny's number here. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe Jonny DeLuca's ever won a match that Salsa King has been involved in with him.
And look at that there, guys. Johnny lost his cool for a second there using Salsa King's hair. I think the frustration of having that #1 contendership taken away from him is getting to him right now.
But maybe, guys, just maybe, Aaron Stevens is doing this to motivate Jonny DeLuca. Maybe, just maybe, Aaron Stevens is doing this to bring the best Jonny DeLuca out. Maybe he's trying to push Jonny DeLuca to that next level. If you get your prize this early on, you could become complacent. You may not hit that next level stride. You may not become your Super Saiyan, as you put it. Whoa!
So what you're saying is that Jonny DeLuca is being tested. Jonny DeLuca is being tested by Aaron Stevens, the great Aaron Stevens, to see if he's worth it. Jonny DeLuca's damn worth it, and you know it too. No matter what side of the fence you're on, we can all agree that Jonny DeLuca was robbed 5 minutes ago.
But he's looking a little worse for wear right now, gentlemen.
Well,
Salsa King in control.
Absolutely, and why wouldn't he be? Listen, Salsa King is a great athlete. I'm not taking anything away from him.
He's looking for the Colombian
Oh,
spike.
look at that.
Got it. That's it.
But did you guys see after Jonny DeLuca, and Bill, you brought it up, after Jonny DeLuca pulled the hair of Salsa King, he had Salsa King dead to rights. He had him literally in his sights, but he was talking to himself, almost trying to convince himself not to go to that dark place. If Jonny DeLuca wants to win this match, he may have to go to that pit that I was talking about, and he may have to get more aggressive.
Guys. Salsa King just hit the PK. He hit the Colombian spike. That's usually his finish, and DeLuca kicked out. Now, what does that do to Salsa King?
Gotta mess with his psyche indeed, and look at this.
Oh! Blue Thunderbolt!
Got him!
Hit.
Oh!
And again frustrated.
Referee Harry D in perfect position to make the count, but no 3 count.
What does Jonny DeLuca have to do? Guys, what does Jonny DeLuca have to do to get the W tonight? Because he's hit Salsa King with everything. Salsa King's hit him with everything. These two styles mirror each other, but they're so different as well. If you're Jonny DeLuca, what do you got to do right now?
I mean, you gotta
You need
find
to
that
not
balance.
throw a temper tantrum. Sorry, Bill Chase.
It's all good, but that's what I mean. You gotta find that balance. He's trying to double dose.
No! Caught by Salsa King.
We've seen DeLuca channel that dark place in the past. That's how he settled the score with Holden Albright. But he can really get to him here.
Right, we all remember that casket match that Johnny was finally able to overcome the Holden Albright problem.
Look at this, Salsa King going in for the kill. This could be a huge win.
This could be dangerous.
Get him back in title contention with that TV title if Stevens ever defends it.
You know what, guys? I got to bring this up, too. This may be an interesting point. What is Jonny DeLuca's psyche after seeing Raunchy Nuts separate? What is Jonny DeLuca's psyche after seeing AC Coca transform into the voice of reason, then disappear from HWE and sell it to Aaron Stevens under Raunchy's back? What has Jonny DeLuca's psyche been through all of this trauma, seeing literally his family get broken apart, his wrestling family?
Well, I think we're seeing it right now. It's getting double dose block. But look at this.
Here's the other thing, too. Salsa King has every right to be frustrated and is not.
Salsa, he pulled a fast one. That's the lowest. Oh, that's, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
Just as I said it, maybe he let a little bit of that frustration bubble over.
I mean, just barely out of the referee's view, and I mean, well, here's the thing, guys. In the end, Johnny hesitated early on in the match. We saw that hair pull, but Salsa King didn't hesitate to take advantage there, and a little bit of an effort to win.
Harry D's usually right on top of things like that.
Hold on, Harry D now. Jonny DeLuca pleading his case, and Harry D questioning it. Salsa King saying no.
Well, Harry D is one of the best in the game, but even the best, they don't see the cheaters sometimes. You know what I mean? They don't see depending on the rules.
Jonny DeLuca pleading his case. Salsa King saying, "Yeah, listen, man. I don't know if Jonny DeLuca's going to shake his hand. Jonny DeLuca's not going to appreciate this.
I don't know what to make of this. This is really a messed up situation here, guys.
Oh, look at that. Jonny DeLuca not going to show Salsa King respect for pulling that fast one. And the frustration of Jonny DeLuca seems to be getting more and more apparent as the weeks go by. He's telling Harry he's got to do his job right now. Wow, I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
I've never seen anybody call Harry D in a question before.
I mean, Johnny, I haven't seen a side of him. I don't know what's going through his mind right now. I think you alluded to it, guys. I mean, since the split of Raunchy Nuts and, AC being bought out and Raunch now pretty much on his own. I mean...
This celebration sickens me.
Well, I mean, I don't like the way Salsa King did it, but he is a winner regardless. And sadly now, Aaron Stevens definitely watching every little bit of the action as we've seen. I know he is.
So all this did was prove his point of taking the number one contendership away. In his mind, anyways.
It did, and that'll justify his actions, and that's what Stevens was looking for. And, well...
This sickens me to my core.
I mean, where does Johnny go now?
Where's the class? Where's the class?
His ass is behind him.
No, I said class. I said class. God, you are such an idiot.
Please, watch your language.
How can I? How can I, Bill Chase?